course, you know her, Fabienne Slama. So I'm going to introduce her today.
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to be here today in San Francisco. I'm so glad the weather was on our side, and I'm so glad you found the room. I know it was not easy to find it, but you did your best and you made it. Thank you. Thank you, ladies, for being there. Thank you, gentlemen. I'm so glad we have one guy here taking care of himself. Two guys, yes, so Oscar, but Oscar, you're part of the package, sorry. So, my name is Fabienne Slama. I'm a certified life coach. I'm also an hypnotherapist. I consider also myself a beauty revealer. Why a beauty revealer? Because for the past 15 years I've been a sculptor, and I created only beautiful women. For me, it was a way to let them express their feeling and show what they have inside and put it on the outside. The beauty I see in every single one of you, the women. And the men too. But sorry, all the men I sculpted were only coming with a woman attached to them. So.
Otherwise, we're nothing.
So, the reason I became a coach was actually to reconnect with one of my childhood dreams, which was to help people. I wanted them to have a better life, to find their life purpose, to reconnect with who they are, the beautiful them. They are inside, outside. And a few years ago, my life changed for the best when I went through a transition myself. My husband of 20 years told me out of the blues he was leaving, so it was quite of a shock. And my reaction normal from that was like, please, please don't go. Went down pretty deeply, was suicidal for about 3 weeks, and I was very blessed by finding wonderful people. And that was the beginning of my renaissance, in the sense that I found what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be. Finally, at 45, 44, 45, I became an adult. That's a woman. And I consider myself today a Renaissance woman, a woman who went from losing her identity, not knowing who she was, to finally reconnecting with myself. So this book is based on my own story. It's based on the story I listen to every day. Women I cross in the street, women I meet as my clients who say, I'm happy, I have a good life, it's good, but I want more. I don't want good enough. I want great. So we're going to wait for 2 more seconds that the other people are coming in, so I will continue my speech. If Oscar, get them in. Yes, hi.
Sorry I'm late.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for finding the room. Oh, no, we can extend our welcome to dogs. Because I was saying we were lacking a lot of men here, and we have a little dog.
He's a little boy dog.
Oh, yeah. So see, 3 guys now. That's so good. So, yeah, I was saying that my book is called Renaissance Woman because it's inspired by my own story of Renaissance, my own story of transition, but also by the story of every woman who want to find themselves, who they are deep inside, and want to reconnect with their own beauty. So, through my life, I went through many changes. I moved 20 times. I used to be a molecular biologist. That was my first job. Then I became a PR representative for a biotech company. Became a teacher, journalist. I became a mom, which is quite a full-time job. Part of the moving process was moving from France, as you can hear, my accent is French, to United States. And in this process, I also reinvented myself professionally. I became a sculptor, and I've been a sculptor for 15 years. And more recently, through my divorce, I changed another time and added another career, becoming a life coach. So I know about change. Change It's okay, it happens. This is not how it's supposed to happen, on the other hand. So let's find it. Who knows how to make this thing work? Okay. So,
Should I call?
no. Okay, let's go. Exit show.
There you go.
Here we go. So, change happen in life, and that's the way it is. And we just move forward. We go one step in front of the next. You put one foot in front of the next, and we move forward. But what happens sometimes, one change or can trigger a transition. And transition is different. A transition is what changes you deeply inside. It changes you at the molecular level, I would say. It changes who you are. And my life transition actually happened with a change, becoming single after 20 years. But I think it happened a little bit before, because on the past few years, I was not feeling so good. So that was probably me at the time, not long, but I was feeling that way. Stress, sick most of the time, had a lot of problems with my back. People who know me from this time knew I couldn't really walk. And the way I felt was pretty close to the sculpture you see on the right, because since I'm a sculptor, I was expressing myself that way. This piece, I call it Alone, but the full title I gave it at that time was called Please Leave Me Alone. Was, okay, I don't like it. My life was good, as I say. I was married to a man I loved. I had 2 healthy kids. I had a house. Nothing to complain about. But not having anything to complain about doesn't make it easier. Actually, if anything, it makes it worse, because if you don't have anything to complain about, why should you complain then? So there was obviously good moments, but most of them were pretty so-so. And I was spending my life in what we call fight, flight, or freeze moment. Most of the time, I was fighting with people, against others, people I saw and loved. So I was snappy, I was angry, frustrated. Do you know that? Have you ever been that way? Yeah. Or because I didn't want to be that way, I was withdrawn. I will pretend actually I was working on my sculpture at the time, and in the past years, past 3-4 years before my divorce, actually I was spending 4-5 hours in front of the TV. I was telling I was working. I was at home. My studio was there, but I was not. Or I was a little bit of both. I was in a freeze. I was petrified of doing something wrong, something that will trigger another pain level. So I was very quiet on the outside. Nobody could tell I was doing that. I couldn't even tell myself, but inside I was feeling so agitated. And there I was stressed. That's all the effect of stress. So my body was hurting, my emotions were a mess. I was powerless, I was confused, and I was hurting in many levels. So these are the last sculptures I created just before my transition. Unfortunately, when I saw them, I didn't like them, so I put them in the garbage can. But as you can see, they have no head, no arm. I couldn't think, I couldn't act. And I thought, I really need to do something, but I didn't know what to do. Then my life exploded. It was in a way a blessing. Until this happened, I was either feeling a victim of the situation, I was depressed, or I was angry or frustrated. But the only way to change from that was to actually take responsibility of my feeling, acknowledge that I was part of the decision of changing and doing better. So once I accepted that, I started change. I told you, after my husband left, I went into deep depression. 3 weeks down, stayed 3 weeks down after that. And then I started changing. And what was surprising is when I accepted that I was not my feeling, that I wanted to change, it only took me 3 more weeks to go. out of the hole. Meaning, I recovered from my divorce in 9 weeks. Which is kind of strange, but when you want something, you act on it. And when I'm talking about acting, I was working on myself 4 to 5 hours a day, full-time job, part-time job, plus the 2 to 3 hours of exercise I was doing every day after that. So how do you get better? Basically, decide to enter a stress-free zone. And what I was doing until then, I was defining who I was. I was saying, I'm a mom, I'm a spouse, I'm a sculptor. So who I thought I was influencing what I was doing, how I was behaving, and how I was doing what I was doing. And I was doing this circle. I'm a mom, as a spouse, I'm not really happy with my life, but I continue. We go in this spiral, we don't think about it anymore, we just move forward. But the only way to change the spiral was actually in 3 steps. Stop. That's the most important thing. When you are feeling this way, when you're feeling that you are in this spiral, the first step is actually to stop. Acknowledge your feeling. And don't beat yourself up for experiencing what you're experiencing. And don't ignore the problem. A lot of people are doing that by overworking. Oh, let's work, let's go to, I have so many things in my life, I have to do so many things. Oh, that's easy. You keep yourself busy. That prevents you from thinking about anything hurtful. Or they party a lot. That's nice. When I'm with my friend, I'm happy, but I don't think about what's going on and hurting me deep inside. Or they're drinking, smoking, taking drugs, whatever. But once you stop, that actually forces you to evaluate what is actually really going on in your life. And even though pain is inevitable in life, some hard stuff happens. Suffering is optional. You have the choice to decide that the life you're living is not happening to you, it's not forced on you, but it's happening for you to make you grow and become the person you want to be by learning who you want to be. So I decided to learn and create a new me by taking action. This is just a slide in honor of my son, Jordan. He's a fan of Doctor Who, so I had to dedicate this slide for him. Take plan, count, and take action. So first step to take action, call for help. Very important. We always are hesitant to call for help, but we have friends, we have family members, we have people who want only one thing, they want the best for us. So you can call them, tell them, I'm hurting, can you be there for me? And they will do it gladly. If you don't have anybody, or if you don't feel like talking to anybody who you know, call for help somewhere else. Go to your church, synagogue, wherever place you go to. If you go somewhere, call a psychologist, call a coach. That's why we are here. Coaches are not supposed to focus on what is going on. Coach is there to help you from where you are right now, maybe a little bit of suffering, and help you go from good to great. So please call us. And there's few actions you can do, can take actually to get better. Be mindful, be in the present. Instead of worrying of what can happen, may happen, had happened, just focus on where you are. Just spend time in the day to actually breathe and do nothing. So that way you can go from having a mind totally full of what I could call crap to being there and enjoying your life. The way to be experiencing this mindfulness, meditation. It seems really weird, but meditation is not sitting in front on a chair or on a pillow for hours just humming. Meditation can be many things. For me, it's walking in the nature, or it's taking 5 minutes in the middle of the day and saying, okay, this is time for me to just cool down. So I will take my phone, Google 5-minute meditation, because that's all I have in front of me. Put my earphone on and listen to a 5-minute meditation. And take 5 minutes to just relax. So, other thing that you can do to be better, to help yourself, be grateful. Be happy of what you have instead of focusing on what you don't have. Our fantastic instructor, Keith, you girls know him, taught us a fantastic 3-minute routine. Every morning, I start my day with 3 minutes just for me. The first minute is being grateful. I'm grateful for being alive. I'm grateful for my kids who are healthy. I'm grateful to just have 2 arms, 2 legs, whatever. Find at least 3 things that you're grateful for. Then a second minute to just breathe. And the third minute is just to visualize a day the way you want it to happen. So being grateful is acknowledging what you have, and it's super important. And something you can do just after those first 3 minutes, go to the bathroom, get yourself ready. And while you're in the bathroom, just look at yourself in the mirror and smile at yourself. That's very difficult, very challenging at the beginning. You look at yourself and like, oh, look at that. I feel puffy, I feel good. No, look at yourself and actually smile at yourself and look at least one thing you like about you. Oh, I like the way my hair is poking between my hair today. Whatever, as small as you want, but find one thing you like about yourself. And one way to actually move from a stressful moment is actually to move your energy. So one way to move your energy, obviously exercise. Exercise we know is very good for you, but there's so many ways. When you're stressed, instead of, oh, I have to calm down, don't calm down. If you're angry, take a pillow and just pound the pillow until you feel better. Or if you are just stressed and you feel your body tense, jump up and down. Look at dogs. They know how to move their energy. They stretch. If they want, they jump. Dogs, animals, kids know exactly what to do to move their energy. And it's essential to feel better. And change your story. Instead of saying, I feel bad, instead of saying, sorry, I am tired, I am anxious, I am so stressed. I am is defining who you are. And you're not stressed. You are not the tiredness. You feel stressed. You feel tired, but that doesn't define you. So just this little change in your language might change something. Because when you feel something, it's just for some time, and it can be changed. It may take some time to change, but it's not defining who you are. And you may not be able to change your past, but you can just choose your present and change your future. Something that is also very important, take some time for yourself. Aline, we were talking about that. Very important to take some me time. Me time can be anything. Just go for a walk if you enjoy going for a walk. Go to get pampered. Perricon has fantastic products. Do things that you enjoy. Go out with friends. I love going out with my friends. So just take yourself as a priority. If you, as women, we are, and it's also as men, we are always used to help others, take care of others. Take care of yourself first, because if you are not doing great, you cannot help others. You first, you know, like this in the airplane, put your mask on first, and then you help people around you. And also visualize what you want. Set up your priority. Define what is essential for you. Find your values. Just be precise. one exercise that I love to do is actually imagine what I want to do or to be doing in 1 month, in 6 months, in 1 year. And say, okay, this is 1 year from now and I have accomplished that. Actually, when I did the exercise for the first time, I said 1 year from now I will be a coach. I will have written a book. And I will be showing my art in this and this place, and I will have experienced this and this in personal level. I have accomplished all those things. Maybe not exactly on the time frame I thought I would, but pretty close to it actually. And at this point, that's mostly the way I want to feel. For me, visualization takes three-dimensional form. So I want to be grounded, and I want to be dancing at the same time. A little bit of fun, a little bit of craziness, and a little bit of going forward and putting one foot in front of the other and take action. So this is my own experience. I thought it would look like that. Once I start going up, I told you it took me 9 weeks to recover from my husband leaving. So I thought, from there it's easy, I'll go straight up. Actually, the way it happened, the one on down there. So transition is like an onion. You feel like you're doing better, and you're going a little bit down, and you're going back up. And you just go with the flow, enjoy the moment. So what you do is you choose the way you want to feel. You might find someday when you feel again cranky, angry, not doing so well, but you know that you can go back up because you did it once. You can do it next time. You have this power inside of you. And transition, one of the challenges, once you let go of who you thought you were, you let go of the cranky, freezy, remote you. You think you're okay, but actually you're not out of the loop. You go through a neutral zone that is when you don't know who you are anymore because you changed so much about you, so many things about you. And during that time you try to reinvent yourself. That's the time when you redefine who you want to be, and it's a beautiful time. And then you experience it until the next time you go through this wheel again. So this is way more explained in way more detail in the book, but I couldn't explain everything today. So this is a little summary of how to take action. Be mindful, take time to stop and breathe. Being grateful, remind what are the beautiful things going on in your life. Change the way you tell your story. Don't say, I am sad, I am angry, I am tired, but say, I feel sad, I feel angry, I feel tired. And move your energy. So moving your energy, shake your body. If you feel like it, after I stop talking, just come, or even no, stand up and jump up and down, and it feels good to just move. Take care of yourself, get yourself beautiful products to get your skin radiant, and reach out for help. Reach out to your friend, reach out to people who will be there for you. Visualize what you want, how you want it, and what you can do, what you want to do. So my book, unfortunately, I thought I will have it in between my hand today, but it's with a printer, and it will come out at the end of January. It's available for pre-order. I have pre-order form. If you fill it up, as soon as I receive it, I will mail it for free, so you can get it at home. And those about actually calling for help. Those are my 2 emails. The one for the book, the other one is my coaching business. This is my personal phone number. Call for help. Let your energy express itself. And basically, don't hesitate to reach out. That's essential. And thank you for listening. And if you have any question, I'm there for you. Please feel free to get a little bit more goodies over there. And maybe I will let Oscar talk a little bit for now.
Thank you so much, Fabienne. I had no idea how much the book was going to be so in depth, and even I was sitting there getting emotional thinking, I understand that, I can relate to those things. And I too at one time was at the bottom during 2008 when everyone was being laid off, not just me, but the entire world. And then in 2009, I said, I have to reinvent myself. So I wish you had that book in 2009.
But
to talk about what she was saying about how we want to feel good about ourselves, that's what my job is, to give you guys the education in skincare. Now, if you look in your binders that I gave you, you have a chance to see what we're going to be talking about briefly. We also have one of our licensed estheticians here named Patricia, who's going to be downstairs. Patricia, right here. We're going to be doing consultations downstairs. So if you want to book an appointment with us, you can do so now. We have 2 licensed estheticians. So I think Ingrid was the first one to sign up. But if somebody else wants to take another 12:30 appointment, we also do that. Okay, so I'll pass this around. Okay, so and then there's a pen, I believe. Yes. Can I download this pen? I'll get back to you. Okay, so if you look at the book, I'm going to talk about 2 or 3 products that are really super important, I think, to add to your regimen. One is the neck. How many of us look in the morning, we go, God, I wish I can get rid of this, or tighten it up, or do something, because as we get older, we have more free radicals, and we have less glutathione, which is the master antioxidant that lives in our body to fight off the free radicals. With the free radicals, our skin starts to age, and then we get different types of cancer, diabetes, and what have you. But if we have more antioxidants in our body, green tea, acai berry, astaxanthin, and all these things, they fight off the free radicals, so we look more youthful looking. Our skin looks more youthful looking. So, Sub D, one of our most popular SKUs. This product you've probably seen on TV with Dr. Perricone talking about Sub D. Sub D stands for submandibular, which talks about the jawline. So we have some beautiful before and after photos. People often think, are these real? Does that really happen? Is this product any good? And the list goes on of all the doubt people have. Well, I can assure you, and Patricia can talk to you too, that we have tried the product and we have seen tremendous changes on people's skins. I've had clients come back and say, people think I had the lifestyle lift. People are asking me, what did I do to my skin to make it change? Because now we have Sub D, which has 2 key ingredients. One is caffeine, to take away all the fat that lives around our neck. And then we have DMAE, which then makes the neuromuscular junction release a chemical called acetylcholine, which is going to make the muscles contract. When the muscles contract, the skin gets pulled tight. So in an upward motion to the back, 3 times at nighttime, your neck gets redefined, your jawline gets lifted, your décolleté looks brighter, all in one little jar that's going to last you about 3 months, called Sub D. So this is something that's going to redefine your jawline, make your neck look tight and firm and smooth and youthful again. So what she was saying about making yourself feel good, yes, you do have to have that inner beauty, but at the same time, you got to feel good on the outside too, because what are people going to see across the street? Not your inner beauty, your outer beauty, your skin, your hair, what have you. And if you have, skin that's yellow or sallow, this is going to be a big deal. Sub D is going to lift your neck, tighten your neck, and what have you. Now here's another one that I love. Acylglutathione. Glutathione we produce as humans. As we grow older, we produce less glutathione, so our skin starts to age. So this is my favorite because I did it on my skin, and people often challenge me because they say, you didn't do this. I say, yes, I did. 1 pump is all I need. I put it onto my laugh line, and I've been using it only on one side. What side do you think I'm using it on?
Obviously that one.
And people ask me, you're using Juvederm, you're using Restylane, you're using Botox. I said, I'm using acylglutathione, one side only. What side, ladies? And she knows because we work together. But this is a little tiny jar that's going to be better than Restylane, better than Juvederm, better than shots in your face that cost, I believe, $300, if I'm not mistaken, for Juvederm, and $600 for these two. And then if you go get Botox, if you get the actual vial and have the doctor hold it for you, $90, maybe $100, that's $400, plus a 3 and 3 is $1,000. And how long does it last? 6 months, maybe 7 if you're lucky. This little jar right here, is going to last about maybe 3 or 4 months. In 4 weeks, like stated in the back of the box, you're going to see this type of change. This is going on 6-7 weeks. And I tell people all the time, I go, it's glutathione. We produce it. We're just making it acylglutathione, which is making it fat and water soluble, putting it back into our skin. Okay? So 1 pump of this takes out the forehead lines, takes out the laugh lines, takes out the mironettes, and takes out the 11s. Now, I've been doing this just so I can show the customers how well it works. This product, this results in 3 to 4 weeks. Another thing I'd like to talk about too is the newest product we have, which is called Hyaloplasma. Hyaloplasma is triple hyaluronic acid. You got the barrier, which gives it a beautiful glass-like finish, which we talked about, the skin looking smooth and bright and radiant. The second one acts like a reservoir, so it holds the water in your skin, so your skin looks nice and supple. The third hyaluronic acid is called the micro, which is going to give you that convexity, that nice, supple plumpness to your skin that we lose as we get older. We start to get a little bit sallow, our cheeks get hollow. This is going to bring all that back in a simple serum power treatment. And then you put your moisturizer on top. And of course, my favorite moisturizer has to have an SPF 30. Because as we get older and we spend more time in the sun, I don't know about you in France, but we in America, we laid out with baby oil from head to toe, and we laid out, and then we all had the nerve to turn and get suntan on the back, and then we have all these dark spots on our skin. And we're like, where is that coming from? We're going back to '84 when I graduated from high school. So I said, if you're going to lay in the sun, use a sunblock to protect your skin. Otherwise, you're going to get these dark spots called hyperpigmentation. So we got photoplasma. Photoplasma is an SPF 30 broad spectrum UVA and UVB. UVA, think of aging, and UVB, think of burning. So this is going to protect your skin for up to 3 hours. And 2.5 hours into it, you reapply it again to get full protection. So now that you have all these beautiful products, you need to protect your skin. One more thing. Who likes retinol? I love retinol. Retinol is vitamin A. It's going to help to brighten your skin, smooth out your skin. We have something called OM. Similar to meditating. It's pronounced OM, O-V-M, but it's actually OM, silent V. And this has retinol, and it has eggshell membrane. The eggshell membrane comes from inside the egg, not the white, not the yolk. It's not the hard shell. It's the actual little pocket inside. Maybe women can refer to it as placenta. We use that membrane to amplify the retinol, to make it stronger. So we have a very strong retinol with 0 inflammation. If you use traditional retinol, 2.53%, your skin starts to peel, and then it gets little red dots. But when you heal, your skin looks fantastic. We have a stronger retinol with no inflammation, no peeling, no red dots, nothing. That's going to make your skin look more youthful looking. It also, my favorite, has the ability to regenerate new cells. As I was younger, I had acne scars and I had dark spots. So this helped to smooth it out, make it brighter. But when you use retinol, you go back to the SPF 30, because now you have to protect your skin from all the new skin you're generating from using retinol. Okay? Some people say, yeah, but I gotta lose a couple of pounds. My skin, you know, I can work on that later. Okay, fine. Dr. Parafone also put together supplements. Okay? Skin and total body. Great for your skin, great for your hair, great for your joints. Okay? And you don't have to worry about what product and what ingredients and what pills. It's all prepackaged here in tilapia. So tilapia, when you eat it, you don't digest it in your trachea. It digests in your intestines, so you don't taste it. I don't know if you ever had garlic or fish oils, pills that you taste all day long. That's because they're not using tilapia. When you wrap the ingredients in tilapia, you don't taste it. You actually keep it in your actual system, and it digests inside your intestines. Then we have
Tilapia the fish, or?
tilapia the fish, exactly. But it doesn't taste like fish. It doesn't taste like fish. DMAE comes from salmon too, and you don't actually necessarily get the reaction if you were to eat and allergic to salmon, but you get the benefits of it. Then we have metabolic diet, which is going to have to speed up your metabolism so you can lose a few pounds to kind of trim down and what have you. My favorite, omega, the omega-3s. Again, wrapped in tilapia so you don't taste it. So all these supplements are great for your hair, for your skin, for your nails. Then you have the topical SKUs over here, which is going to help your skin either look brighter, smoother, firmer, more balanced, more tighter to the neck, which is my favorite sub-deep. Then the last thing, everyone says, oh, but I use another brand. Okay, whatever that brand is, we have something called cold plasma. Cold plasma is a delivery system that Dr. Perricone discovered that allows whatever you put on top of it to travel deep into your skin where it actually makes an impact. So if someone says, I'd like to use my whatever brand serum, fine, use that serum with the cold plasma. That serum is going to work even better. Cold plasma by itself addresses 10 signs of aging, from wrinkles, discoloration, and the list goes on, redness, and the list goes on. 10 signs of aging. The cold plasma delivery system, when you use it, is your serum. When the serum is applied, you got to put what on top? Your moisturizer, hopefully your SPF at daytime and no SPF at nighttime.
Could you define serum?
Serum, yes. It's a lighter texture you use before you put on a cream. So you always use everything from lighter to heavier. So if you were going to use your cleanser, then your toner, because it's liquid, then your serum, which this would be considered to be a serum, because it's lighter in texture, and then you use your cream because it's heavier in texture. This cream is a heavier product.
So the serum allows the moisturizer to absorb better?
No, the serum penetrates the skin more effectively, faster than a cream, because the serum works from underneath the skin, the cream works on top of the skin. So you want to take care of both, the beneath and on top of the skin. So the serum always goes on first, and then you put on your cream on top. So people go, so many things to think about and so many things to try on, and I'll tell you something. I've been working in skincare and in cosmetics for 28 years. I forget how many products I put on because I'm so fast at it now that I go, oh yeah, I did put on 9 things. My cleanser, my toner, my serum, my moisture, my neck cream, my eye cream, and the list goes on. But it takes me 7 minutes now. I don't even think about it. Now, if you, like what Fabienne was saying, if you challenge yourself and say, this is so hard, so many things to remember, what's going to happen? It's going to become hard, and it's going to be hard to remember. But if you tell yourself, not a big deal, I'll just remember cleanse, tone, serum, moisturizer, and night cream, maybe a neck cream. 7 things later, you won't even realize you're doing it. You can be brushing your teeth while your serum absorbs, and you put your moisturizer on. You can be working on the computer as your neck treatment absorbs, and at the end of the day, you don't even realize you were doing it in the middle of the day, if you go to the gym, in the morning when you wake up, and at night right before you go to bed. I myself do all my treatments right before I go to bed, because I want to do it while my skin is generating and I'm resting. So a lot of the things we talk about here, you come down and speak to Patricia, myself, and Liliana, and we're going to be able to give you a personal consultation, so you then can say, if there's something I want to try, help yourself, put your name down. If you want to try something new, we also have gift purchases too. If you come down and you purchase anything over $200, you get a full-size, high-potency acne repair. Another form of retinol as a gift purchase. If you buy anything over $100, you get a travel-size version of the blue plasma or a vitamin C ester tube, which is retail value at $30. So plus, not to mention, you get the consultation. And some people say, well, I don't know, so many things. Start off with one thing, maybe a serum, maybe a neck cream, and then work your way up to your regimen, which will be maybe 2 or 3 things. Now, some clients go, oh, I do everything. I mask, I do this, I do that. I said, fantastic. But you have the average client who says, I'm only going to do 2 things. Okay, let's clean your skin and let's put a moisturizer on. That is the bare minimum. And at 45, you're going to look more 40, 39 years old because now you're taking care of your skin. I like to pride myself that at 48, people go, you're not 40. I go, I am 48. I was born in 1966. And they're like, but your skin, you must do Botox. You must do that. I go, none of it. All I do is all this. And I pride myself on that. And I also have a clean, healthy live. I drink green tea. I drink a lot of water. Every once in a while I may have some wine. Every once in a while I have a beer. But it's never like it was before in the past, where I overindulged. Now, at my age, I can barely take a glass of wine before I go, okay, that's enough, you know? Or anything else that's too much, I minimize it. Same thing with my skincare regimen. So if you come downstairs, we're going to be set up downstairs on the main floor, I think where you met Fabienne, and we can give you a consultation. We can walk you through the process. If you've never done skincare, we can walk you through that. If you are a skincare user, we can incorporate into something that maybe you already have, and maybe walk away with a gift of purchase. So that's my spiel. I love the way she spoke about how you really got to take care of yourself from the inside out, lower your stress. My thing is I like to talk about the skin. I really think the skin is important. Skin, if you freak out and stress out, what happens? You start to get shingles. I've gotten shingles at 33 because of stress. I meditate. I also do what she does, take walks out. But I like to go out far. I like to go to the desert. I like to go to Joshua Tree. I like to go to Death Valley. Why? Because there's nothing out there to distract me. And then I come to the city where there's all the distractions. So I said to myself, I'm going to teach people how to live a simple life. And then when I met Fabienne at the Women's Expo, I said, we have to do this promotion together so we can talk about what our experiences are, so we can teach people what we know. Hers as a life coach, mine as a skincare consultant, and Patricia as a licensed esthetician. So, so come down and see us downstairs, and please help us out to another. Please, please.
About
Yes.
hands.
Yes. Hands, very important, because this year in 2015 is going to be all about hands. And I tell people an SPF, because you can put all your treatments here, but if you're a celebrity, it starts with the letter M, now wears gloves because of her hands. You can tell the age by the hands. So what do I recommend? An SPF. What do I think is the best one? The photoplasma. Put some on the back of your hand. And protect your hands, because people go, well, you look 25, but wait a minute, your hands look 40. So why not protect the neck, the hands, the skin, so you can maybe at 40 look 30, maybe at 50 look 39, or what have you. It's all based on how you treat yourself. You use serum and also reduce your stress. So I want to thank Fabienne for making this happen, because you ladies, and I'm going to read the book. You know, I'm not a Renaissance woman. I'm going to read the book anyway.
And some advice, give the book to your husband.
That's
Actually,
right.
they might have something to learn
So come on
about
downstairs
what
and talk
women
to
are
us.
going through,
Join us.
and they might use some of the tip for themselves.
Are you going to give the forms out?
So there's a form on the back, but I'm gonna give form just right here. So we.
Oh, this is such nice paper. You should just have.
Yes,
Is that nice?
exactly. That's what I was thinking.